Alright, hello everyone. Hello. Hold on, let me just make sure we're set up. Switch over to the main screen. Hello, hello. How are we doing? Oh dear. Just trying to set everything up. Been a bit of a stressful day. Been a bit busy trying to do some things, but we're here now. We're going to shiny hunt, which I'm looking forward to. 650 today. I've sort of not entirely made my mind up on what we're going to do, but that's okay. Hiya Muffin, hiya Buddha, how's it going guys? So, I did start by looking out into coming here. This is a shelder, I nearly called it a cloider. A shelter outbreak, which I thought would be a cool idea to do. And as it's bright orange, I thought, yeah, we could start here. So, I am going to do these two here. So we'll get up shelter, wherever it is in the thing. Oh, it's one of the ones I deleted. Idiot. Yeah, I'll do some once I get the 650. If I do two, and then maybe do a few at the end. I just need to get up the gifts. So stupidly, I deleted a load of them. I did mention it last time. But that also included some that I didn't mean to delete, which is what's annoying. So if we just get shelter up, if it will load. Apparently, Shiny Hunters is acting like it used to on my laptop when it just used to freeze the stream. That was a fun time. Where are we? Shinies. There we are. Okay. So we now have our good old buddy Shelter here. Who can hopefully take us to 650 today, or at least to get us towards it. Let's just switch in for Dialga. I am going to put a little counter on my phone, because it just does make it a bit easier. And I don't have to count so much, but yeah. How you guys been doing anyway? Obviously, we've been just, you know, I did the Dynamax Adventures on Saturday. And then, obviously I didn't do stream yesterday, because basically, I was planning to. And then my dad texted me kind of out of nowhere, being like, oh, we're going to see Interstellar tonight. Which I sort of forgot was on. So he was like, do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure, I've never seen it. And it was really good. It was a really nice experience, like, actually seeing the cinema. It was so, you know, like, just the visuals and the, you know, how it sounded. It was really, really cool, so. 4 shiny Grafii. What? I literally never found one. I did that hunt about 1,000,000 times. We finally got the second Strudel recently, which was a nice one to have done. But yeah, that Grafio was just pointless. We just gave up really because it just took so long. 4 at one time is nuts. That is crazy. It's just a famous film. It came out about 10 years ago, which is why they did an anniversary re-release for it. I mean, maybe that could be a shout for something we do today. Maybe we do something that has escaped me for quite a while. So we're going to try and get this for 649. Is there anything that's like the top of my head that I've been trying to get for a while, but it just keeps evading me? I mean, Skarmory's happened a few times. Obviously, last stream we missed out on it. And we may end up getting something else on accident if we don't get a sandwich for this. If we do get a sandwich for this, then we're going to have a load of water left, so might have no choice there. Yes, I know Arceus has been evading me. Don't remind me. I really thought I was going to get it done this summer. But with me continuing work, it's just been so much busier than I thought. And I've done maybe like another 1,000 resets, but really that isn't that much at all. So, unfortunately, Arceus is still there. We'll do it eventually, but I said it's just been so busy all the time. I just need to remember to set it up a lot. I think once the Switch 2 comes out, it's going to change a lot of things for me, so at least we have that. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anyone that's actually been evading me. Well, I've tried so many times, I still haven't got it. Because of the ones that come to my head, the most recent one, as I said, was the Grafii, which we've finally done. Mudkip obviously was a pain for a while. That last Froakie was an absolute pain. I can't really think of too many others off the top of my head that I did a lot of hunting for. Indeedee, quite a few months back now, that was a nightmare. Cross-contagious, what on earth does that mean? Well, the thing is, it's not like PlayStation and Xbox where, you know, you've got a direct rival, and because so many of the games that Nintendo release are their own games. Yes, they release plenty of others, but the ones that do the best are stuff that aren't on other consoles. So it would only be like side games that are already way bigger on other consoles that would care about cross-gen, cross-multiplayer sort of thing. Cross-platform, what's the word? And so I just don't think they would do it. Plus, it's not quite... It's still a very good system, but it's not the same as the Xbox or the PlayStation, let's be real, in terms of, you know, capability. I mean, it's portable, for God's sake. You're never going to get out of that. No. Sometimes I wish there was just only one console. I know it'd be like a monopoly, I suppose, and there has to be others, but I do wish it for multiple reasons. Alright, that is over 60 on my counter, so I'm just going to do these last 3, because I'm very confident I've got these right. So we'll just do these 3, and that will take us over 60. So as you can see, there are no orange shelters here, so what we'll do is ignore the weasel, who's a massive bait. We'll go to a sandwich, and then we'll work out what we're going to do after. With what, though? What other console? Do you literally just mean they're able to go on multiplayer with other consoles? Yeah, but that's different because it's the same. Like, oh, so you mean like cross-gen stuff? So like, what? Do you mean as in? Do you mean as in stuff you've played on here you can play on the Switch too? I think that'll be very, very likely. They'll probably release stuff for both for a while, and then they'll make stuff exclusive for the second one. Nah, there's no way they'll do that. I'll be very, very surprised. They'd have to be stupid too, because then there's so many replayable games that people want to play over and over that they wouldn't buy the Switch 2 because they want to still play, you know, Pokemon like this. Like, I'm not going to buy another... There's very few people who would buy a game again to be able to do this. I just realised I don't think I have any Herb Mystica. Or I do have some, but it's very little. I don't think any for Rice Drop anyway. I said I haven't been on it. I don't actually know what we need for water. Water is the spicy one. And then sour or sweet. Oh, we do have enough. Oh yeah, because we kept failing Skarmory, didn't we? There we go. I think a waste of food is when you put like a million like cucumbers or pickles in a bread sandwich. It's ridiculous. Yeah, maybe in real life, but unfortunately that's not how real life works. All the wasted food in this game doesn't go to real life children. Gosh, state of this controller. I need to get a proper light, man. I don't think I will whilst I'm at uni for the next year because it's going to be difficult unless I come across something. But I need a proper light because my lighting is just horrendous. Okay, let's make our way back down. Actually, wait, where was the shelter? Eventually, sure. Right now, no. I mean, we've only just got Zamazenta and Zacian, and they're not even in the mainline games. They're literally in Go, for God's sake. So, I don't think so. Not for a while. I just think they need to come up with something else, something new and exciting, you know? Wait, was it this way? Have I gone the wrong way? I think I've gone the wrong way. I have gone the wrong way. It was the other way. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's not exactly something you can just come up with on the spot, or there's potential things they could implement that no one really has a solid idea, I guess. But I just wish there were more ways of just at least static legendaries. Maybe just like how you hunt. But the thing is, the way legendaries tend to work is there's just not loads of them. At least with you could just keep hunting like multiple of the beasts, but like it's still just resetting really. That's still the general premise of it all. Yeah, I mean I think I have the shiny Zacian because I obviously have shield. I don't think I have a shiny Zamazenta, but I'm talking about huntable ones. That's what people really care about. Because distributions, I don't really understand the point. I'm sure there's some sort of marketing purpose and point of view or reason to do them. But I don't really know what it is. Because back in the day, if people like owned the games already, it's not like they needed them to go to shops and buy them. Yeah, but not really, because they're free in basically everything, so that's really just what that tends to be, which is why I don't really understand. Oh, bloody bots, man. That account was literally made 2 days ago. But, like, there's nothing... They don't really gain anything from it. I suppose in Pogo, yeah, actually. But, like, in the past, when Pogo didn't exist, or when they were still just doing these distributions in games, like, what's the point? Just don't shiny lock them, man. I feel like a lot of it is probably because they want people to be like, oh, enjoy the games, you know, and not just spend, you know, not progress halfway through the game because they're spending all their time, you know, resetting. You know, so BDSP they allowed for it because everyone played the originals, or most people had anyway, and they gave that as an option if you really wanted to. But I just don't see why they don't do it in every game. Just if you're gonna do these awful methods, just at least make everything available. It's not even like Victini's a great shiny. It's a boring shiny. I don't think it looks great at all. But it's been, you know, it's been shiny locked for like over 12 years. Like, come on, that's just absolutely ridiculous at this point. How have we got to a stage where Pokemon hasn't ever been allowed shiny in that long? I mean, Genesec's been released in Go as well. That was a few years back now. Keldeo still hasn't been. Meloetta hasn't been either. Technically, all the Gen 4 ones have now. Like, properly, actually huntable, as it were. But, I mean, Manaphy and Fiona, I'm not really sure. I mean, Fiona fine, but Manaphy, I wouldn't really say. Not like an easily accessible normal hunt. There's legit ways of getting it, but it requires, like, glitches and random rubbish. And, of course, there's the Pokemon Ranger way, but who's ever done that? Like, legitimately. You'd have to get so lucky. Okay, why aren't these guys orange yet? So I do actually have a Cloyster that I can't remember. I remember getting it, but I can't remember if I think I was hunting for it. I think it was in an outbreak. So that was pretty cool. I remember where it is, but I don't remember where it is, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I remember the area, but I'd have to like go there to go, oh yeah, it's here. I couldn't point out on the map. But yeah, I mean, I do hope they work something out, but I think a lot of people were sort of hoping that Gen 9 would do this, you know, way of effectively replacing Dynamax Adventures. But, because, like, that's the way they could make money. They could have the base game, which, you know, most people will buy anyway, and then some fantastic new way of shiny hunting or enjoyment out of, you know, trying to do, or at least some sort of exciting game mode to do something, right? They just put in a DLC, which is exactly what they did in Sword and Shield, and look how many people have, you know, played that. Like, realistically, the majority of Pokemon fans are playing the whole game anyway, just for the story, but Dynamax Adventures kept them in, right? And although they don't make money from, you know, us playing and the games regularly, it's only just the first time sale, I think it's more about being able to recommend it and all that stuff, so I just wish they'd done something in this game that was along those lines, so I don't have to keep playing Dynamax Adventures over and over and over. I can reset in Gen 7. Maybe that's what I should do, actually. Instead of doing Suicune and Dynamax Adventures, I'll just reset for it in Gen 7. Because it's better chance of me getting it anyway. I might just do that, actually. Just make sure I have a Harvestmon, which I think I already do set up, and then we're sound. Yeah, why don't we'll get my first ever Gen 7 Legendary Shiny. I'll do that in whichever copy I've got more completed. I can't remember which one it is. How long we got? 23 and a half minutes. This is actually my last stream though. Not ever, of course, and only until Saturday. But the last stream here for a good while. So we'll be back to my normal, my house that I'll be streaming from pretty much all the time until Christmas now. So that's a bit of a way away. Which is kind of nice because I'll be back in a familiar routine and I should be able to stick to my schedule now. I don't think I'll, unless I'm like ill or I have like a serious work deadline, I'm pretty much going to be able to do everything, which is great. I may even add an extra few things here and there. I'll just kind of randomly hop online because, you know, why not? But getting back into a routine, I can't wait for it. Just because everything's controlled by me at this point. I got so used to it at uni. It's nice to get back to, I think. Especially, you said, like yesterday, don't get me wrong, Interstellar was really good, and I really enjoyed the film, and I'm glad I went. But that sort of thing isn't happening when I'm on my own, because anything I want to do, or, you know, want to go see it at the cinema, I want to go out with my friends, whatever, I can do it all beforehand because I know what I have to consider otherwise, I suppose. So, well, I mean, we are in the middle of the week, so we don't get too many because obviously a lot of people in America are working. It's also Wednesday. It's not my usual day to stream. I didn't put a notice out on Discord either. I only put it on Twitter. Well, she's gone back to uni now, so she might be doing some work, to be honest. I don't know. I know she's got a lot of reading. She does a writing degree, so she has to do a lot more of that stuff than I do. Tell you what, I still don't have a wing goal, or a Pelipper even. I think I do have a wing goal from Gen 6. The problem is I don't ever remember getting it, so I'm not sure I definitely want to count it, but it's one of those ones that I still haven't got somehow. But yeah, we'll see how this goes with the Shelders muffin. And if we're either not getting anywhere or we get this, I don't know. I'll make an executive decision and maybe me and you can grind out some Zygarde. We'll see. I mean, in fairness, as you said you don't have that much Dynite anyway, so it might be better just to get as many people in on it at once, so at least other people have the opportunity, and that will be Saturday. But we'll see how this goes. Oh, you mean Nal? I don't know. He hasn't been around for a while. He'd been around longer than you. He'd been around. He used to. So like what we're here right now, with basically just me and you, and maybe some random. Effectively, that used to be him. He used to basically join every stream, and he wouldn't always stay the whole time, but a lot of the time he'd kind of just be there, just chilling. I haven't seen him for a while, but I mean, mind you, I said he goes to a boarding school, so he might be focusing a lot more on that. I don't know. But he's been around since, I think, April 2023, which is only like 2 months into me starting streaming, so yeah, it's been a while. I don't know where he's gone. I doubt he died, no. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, it's weird because he's someone who had been around for ages, right? And then suddenly disappears, and you're like... Same with Azuravi. Azuravi's not been around for a while. And then they'll suddenly appear, and you'll go, oh, hello again. But, like, I could never hear from them again. Like, you could just never show up to a stream again. And that'll be it. Like, I've just never know anything ever again. Which is a weird thought, really. You know, it's not like I know you personally. But it's weird to, like, interact with people at least once a week and then just suddenly never see them again. It's just a weird concept. Because most you know, situations, how would you ever end up in something like that? Where you talk to or see someone or speak to someone regularly, and then suddenly it's just gone, you know? It's a weird idea. Can these weasel go away? They're really confusing me. I keep seeing them and just go, oh yes, orange, and then this is the downside with the water types, is that they're the only a lot of them have to be in the water, and so many just pure water types, so you can't even like separate them. I think that's why a lot of these Pokemon have been left to last for me, because they're just a pain to try and catch and find. Oh, I doubt it, only because we know each other in real life. And I can contact her outside of the stream. So, if she suddenly disappeared for a while... I mean, we talk relatively regularly anyway. So, like, if she disappeared... Or, like, I didn't hear from her, I'd probably just... She wouldn't be replying to my message, that's what it'd be. We'd probably be having a conversation and she's not replying. I'd be like, oh, what's up? Where are you? So, it's a bit different on Piper's end, just because I do know her in person. But, I said, with other people who I've only know online... That's where it's kind of like that boundary where effectively people just leave and I could never see them again. Which is just a weird... I said, it's just a weird thought. I recorded that clip there because I wasn't sure if I actually saw a shiny, so... I need to redo all of these again. Thanks. Pause, is this one? It was that one there. So that's purple, that's purple. That's purple, that's purple. Okay, yeah, I didn't see a shiny, good. Oh, goat theme. Yeah, I mean, I said we'll bring more people in eventually. I mean, as I said, I'm sort of in this place where, effectively, we're never gonna grow much if I'm just streaming, because realistically I'm just not going to come across that many people. I mean, look at how I have 206 followers in the span of what, a year and a half, which really isn't very much at all. I mean, in the terms of just randomly being discovered, it's okay, but like in terms of actual trying to grow whatever, it's, you know, useless. But I said, so much of this sort of thing comes from external media, you know, doing things outside of streaming, which is 100% what I want to be doing. Problem is, I just can't afford to be doing it all the time, and I just, you know, finding the time, and it's what makes it difficult, because I have to focus on other things primarily, because I know I can rely on them, and you know, with uni and then on work, obviously the past year, it's hard to be able to, you know, regularly commit to that without, you know, sacrificing something else, I suppose. Well, I mean, for a start, my record's 29 actually, so just saying. And second of all, a lot of people follow, and then don't ever hop in again, or at least they don't ever talk again. Maybe some people old accounts, but I mean, to be fair, I follow a few Twitch streams. I don't really watch streams generally. I watch a lot of like highlights of streams. Like YouTube videos effectively from streams, but I don't ever really watch someone just straight up live. It's rare I do. But like, I follow plenty of people. Doesn't mean I ever watch them. So, you know, there's that. My mind is actually playing tricks on me now. I'm struggling to look at all of these with, like, good eyesight. I'm getting baffled. Yeah, I mean, I don't follow, like, tons, but I follow, like people I've been potentially interested in watching. And then if they're streaming something interesting or something that I'd actually want to watch, then maybe I'd hop in. But, as I said, a lot of... I just don't watch streams enough. I watch a hell of a lot of YouTube. And as I said, that's sort of where I want to go next. I want to start putting stuff out on YouTube, and I know I've had this video that I've been talking about for months, and it is nearly finished, but it's just so difficult to find a good time where I can just sit down and get a load of it done. I might try and commit some of the weekend to that, but as I said, I'm just so busy and having to sort out so much stuff all the time. It's very difficult to find the good time for that, so... Because especially when I have so many other things I enjoy doing. Once I'm back at uni, I said I'm in that regular routine, I might try to just set myself every week at minimum, just like a time period within the week, maybe an hour or two, that I, around my studies that I dedicate to just putting towards YouTube. So then I get into a routine of doing that and actually, regularly editing. Because I don't want to be in a thing where it just takes forever and ever and ever like it has. Yeah, I mean, most of the streamers I follow are big. A few of them are like, follow back sort of thing. But as I said, I just don't generally watch streams. I think it is generally a younger audience anyway. I don't know. I suppose. I mean, once you get to once you're doing well enough, a lot of people who join streams, it's a thing of they just want to be noticed. The amount of people I see, if I join a big person stream, just trying to get attention, it's unreal. But it's fine for views, of course. But that that doesn't work outside of the big ones. Oh yeah, no worries. I'll be here looking for this orange shell, which apparently hasn't shown up in the first 17 minutes. Come on, man. Just when to fly out. That's half this problem. Because I don't know if I'm doing this too often or not often enough. And this just it's the purple with the blue. I'm sure the orange will really stand out, but I think just seeing that they're not the most obvious in their current form, it kind of puts me off and gives me concerns about trying to spot them if it's a shiny. And my mind keeps being skewed that way into seeing a load of them as shiny. Like that one there I thought was shiny, but it's just the light. Oh, it's just purple, man. I thought we were going to get this out of the way straight away. Oh! No, purple. That did look shiny from a way away, though. I think maybe my eyes are just playing tricks on me, and I've lost the plot. Who knows? That's definitely a possibility. I'm looking forward to go back though. As I said, it's been. I was up there last week. God, Jesus Christ! Didn't realise it was that bad. Yeah, I mean, I was up there last week, which was nice. But it's going to be weird being back in that environment, streaming around. I'm actually going to have stuff on. Everything I do in the summer, it's kind of just not necessarily what I'm expecting. Or a lot of it's just kind of, what I'm doing, whatever. I don't have a regular routine or regular, at each time. I mean, I did technically during the day for work, but that was my whole year, and I did that at uni anyway, so... Although, technically, I'll be doing the lectures. It's mainly about the sport and stuff in the evening that I did. But I still had that last year, so that's the main difference. And obviously I haven't had that this summer. So it's going to be weird going back to that. Rushing back on Saturdays to come back and stream. I mean, I would have moved to Sundays if the football hadn't been put at an awful time, which unfortunately it has, so... I mean, if I could stream from 5:30 to 7:30 technically on a Sunday, and that would mean I'd be able to chill on Saturday evening and then go out for football after stream. But one, I think that would be too tiring, and two, I just think Saturday works better. Dear, why do I always yawn in these streams, man? Okay, I need to lock in. Spot these shinies. I say shinies, we haven't even got one yet. As I said, surprisingly hard to look at. Just so much light blue water really plays on your mind. Oh, that's something I need to do. I still need to buy these sitting cuties. There's a few things I need to sort out actually for my flat, which I should probably do soon, considering I'm going back in 2 days. There's so much sorting I need to do when I get back anyway, but I just need to buy a load of things. And there's a load of things I want to buy. For a start, I got some birthday money, so I'd like to be able to spend some stuff on a few things I'd like. There's also just some things I need to sort out stuff. Like my bed has this horrible gap between the wall and itself, and it just, every time you move slightly in it, the headrest just like, the headstand just whacks against the wall, and it's not good. So I need to sort that out. I also want to get some more Gen 6 sitting cuties. So I'll have a look into that. Oh, what is that? Is that Finneon? Yeah. Oh, God. My mind, I can't even work out. I just saw it and was like, oh, it's a Cinderace in the water, and it was a Buizel, for God's sake. Like, I've actually lost it. It's so hard to see, though. I just constant, like, majority of what I'm looking at is just light blue. Oh, God damn it, man. So many, yet no shiny. I was having to think the other day about my top 3 sitting cuties from every generation. Like, if I had to pick 3 from every generation, what would I pick? And it's actually a really hard question, because Gen 1 I only have one Pokemon from, which is Poliwrath. And I think it's really difficult to kind of say, because I don't really have any other outstanding favourites. I quite like Victreebel for some reason, but like Pokemon like Dragonite and Gengar, I just think are too cool and look too cool and just generally awesome Pokemon to not say them. So I think for Gen 1, it has to be Poliwrath, Dragonite, and Gengar. Although in fairness, I haven't looked at a Gengar. Gengar 1 might be ugly. Like, Roggenrola sounds good, and then you look at it and it goes, oh god, it's awful. Gen 2, I believe I only have 2 Gen 2. Which are Scizor and Lugia. So I think naturally I have to say them. And then I think as a result, we can stick Ho-Oh as the 3rd. Because Ho-Oh looks amazing. And I've grown in it a lot more over the years. Awesome Pokemon. I think Shiny definitely helps though. Very cool. Gen 3 is a weird one because I have Groudon. And off the top of my head, I don't think I have any more. And obviously, like, Rayquaza's cool. Kyogre's cool. Oh my god, I'm yawning like crazy. But I believe when I looked through everything... Oh, is Dust... No, Dusknoir's Gen 4. Basically, I remember looking through everything and kind of thinking about Sharpedo and Camerupt being the other 2, I think. If there isn't another one I don't already have. I already have even. I don't think there is. Off the top of my head, I think it is... That's it from Gen 3. Gen 4 is the only one that I have over 3. Understandably, it's my favourite gen. You know, we have Bidoof, Giratina, Heatran, Arceus, Darkrai. I keep thinking these are shiny, man. Do I have another one? Gallade. Dusk Noir. It's that set of evolutions, man. There's like all the third evolutions that they added in. They're just so good. So I think for me, in terms of like what looks the coolest, oh, and of course Rampardos. Rampardos is number one. After that, it's difficult. I think Giratina would probably get in there. And last night I remember thinking about it and going Heatran and Arceus at Darkrai. I've all missed out. I think Dusknoir. I think Dusknoir is just generally cooler looking. Heatran's one is a bit weird, and Darkrai and Arceus just kind of look a bit strange in their sit and QT form. So, Gen 5, I only have Zoroark, I believe. Oh, Zoroark and the Genies I have. That is it, though. And there's plenty more I would like. I'd really like Excadrill. That is one I'd quite like to buy. I really like Excadrill. I think for me in Gen 5, Zoroark is the one I've got, and I'd say, oh, I've got Zekrom as well, actually. I suppose I have to go off of what I have, so I'd say Zoroark, Zekrom. What did I say, Zekrom? Actually, I'll go Tornadus and Landorus. I've only just got Tornadus, but he just does look cooler. I think the colouring makes a big difference there. Gen 6 has just come out, and I've got Hawlucha, so Hawlucha's obviously there. I think we say Trevenant. Oh, 3 minutes, that's not good. Trevenant and I think, like, Confined Hooper, I think, looks pretty nice. There's plenty of others, though, I would be interested in. Gen 7's a weird one, because there isn't really anything I love too much. There's a few, and then, like, the rest I couldn't care about. So it's not like there's loads to pick from. Guzzlord, I think, would have to be in there. Persimmons may be in there. I just thought about Clawitzer from Gen 6. Who else is in Gen 7 that's cool? Don't really know. I definitely had more when I went through. I can't remember what they were. There's got to be one. God, this lighting is throwing me off. I can't remember. It's definitely not any of the starters. There's definitely more Gen 7s, but it's not. It's like a line after Persimmon. I remember seeing it on the graphic I looked at. It was like down to the left of Persimmon. Nope, no idea. Gen 8. Gen 8's a weird one because I love a lot of the Pokemon. I just don't care about the games. I mean, I could definitely name a few. Like, I can name probably 10 that I would be, like, happy to get. But I genuinely think the first 3 I would get is Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus. I don't know why, but Eternatus has really grown on me. I really have no explanation at all. Just something about it, like, I'm starting to like. Just I look at it and go, oh yeah, Eternatus, cool Pokemon. I don't know if it's because it's obviously made already one appearance in the games. You know, it's obviously very powerful. I don't think that's so much to do it. You know, it's very out there, I think, is the way to describe it. I don't know if it's to do with that. I just think the trio, like, I genuinely think is a really solid trio. And I'm very happy they exist. Gen 9, Annihilate's in there without a doubt. I think Bellybolt's probably in there. And then I'm thinking Roaring Moon, I'm thinking Koraidon, I'm thinking Terapagos, and then I go, oh no, it's Ogerpon. Ogerpon would 100% be my third one. I love Ogerpon. What I don't love, though, is that we've got 20 seconds left and we haven't had a shiny. How on earth has this happened? We're in and out breaks as better odds. We've got the sandwich. We've seen about 1 million Shelder. We've seen so many. and yet we're still at a stalemate. Ah, dear. I believe. Yeah, there you go. That is time. How do we not get this? Shame, because I said it's a bloody pain to spot. I don't know how Cloister was more obvious, but again we save the salty, I suppose, so we can make a rice drop easier. But my god, I did not expect that to be shinyless. It is absolutely freezing in here. I'm going to turn on. We have a heater behind. It's going to make it a bit messy, but I have to turn it on. It's genuinely freezing. It has got cold really suddenly, like out of nowhere. Like, I don't really understand. We've got this massive Easter bunny here from like years ago. That's on the sofa. Move all this out of the way. Oh. Just because I don't want the heater to be, you know, next to this massive cuddly bear that we have for some reason. Because I feel like that would be bad. What we'll do is we'll turn it on. And we'll turn it on a timer. For like an hour. Okay, so there we go. It's gonna be on for an hour. You can live with that. Okay. Tell you what, I do need to get into do some more Pokemon Go stuff once I'm back at uni. I'll have the bike back, I suppose, so I need to do that more regularly. Oh, that was something I saw today, which I'm sort of conflicted about. I think generally is a good thing, but Assassin's Creed's been pushed back, which I'm sort of surprised about, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be. I know they've certainly had a little bit of backlash, and I mean, I think probably what's happened is they've seen the Ghost of Tsushima sequel and gone, oh, bugger. Ours is nowhere near as good looking as that. And I think they may have panicked a little bit, but I think as well it's a good thing in terms for me, because now I can play Dragon Quest without having to think about Assassin's Creed. But it's a weird release. Move back. Hiya, Piper. We just got nothing at our shelter attempt, so we need to now try something else. We do have a Dugong outbreak, but I don't really want to do another outbreak. I hate doing outbreaks, man. They're so boring. Let's have a look through the gifts that what we've got to do. I mean, a few of these have been done now. I'm not doing you. I could maybe go for Duraludon for Archaludon. I still need another Applin for Diplin. That's potential as well. What else could we do? That's exciting hunt. Oh, you know what? Oh, but I want to do that as my 650th. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to do Skarmory. And then I've decided on my 650th if we can get there. So Skarmory, as we failed the shoulder, is going to be 649, hopefully. And then we'll see what we're going for 650 if we can get Skarmory done. Let's go give Skarmory another attempt. Let's hope it's sunny in the Indigo Disc. And then we will attempt for 650. One that I've wanted for ages, and I think would be way cooler to be caught in its form. Yes, it is an evolution. And we will see what it is. And it is a steel type, so maybe you'll be able to guess. But for now, we're going to make our way to Skarmory and see if we can redeem ourselves from last week and from that first awful shoulder hunt. And get a shiny Skarmory as well. More appropriate, I suppose it's going to be in the upcoming TCG as well, which is nice. I wonder how many of those have I got shiny, actually. Off the top of my head, obviously Skarmory's going to be in it, which we've got. Execute's in it, which I've got. Altaria's in it, which I've also got. What else is in it? Vibrava I've got. To be fair, I'm going to have most of them. If they're not legendaries, I have most of them. A lot of the ones I don't have shiny are just relevant Pokemon they don't put in, you know, full arts. Okay, let's do Rice Drop again because we can afford it. And what do we need for steel? For steel we need peanut butter and sour or spicy. Don't know how I quit out the sandwich there. Okay, so rice, peanut butter, salty, and was it sour? Because I can't do spicy. It was sour. Okay. Cold. It is freezing. Alright, let's drop the rice off back here. And we can just do the bread there as well. Oh, did it not place? There we go. Alright. Is there even anything on that? It literally just looks like bread. Have I actually put anything on that? There's nothing there. Why is there no sauce? It's just maybe the peanut butter's uncoloured it. Well, it doesn't matter. We've got steel now, which, as I said, is our other typing of what we're hunting. So hopefully we can get Skarmory. I really hope we get this quickly, and then I have an actual shot of getting the other one. Because I'll just go for this other one now till we finish, because I would like to get that at 650. It's not exactly the easiest hunt in the world, and to be fair, it might actually not appear like at all, and in that case I will switch it up, but it would be cool to get nonetheless, as would Skarmory, if it were to be so kind and be green instead of silver, like I've asked so many times. It is not Sizzle though. Sizzle we do have. Is actually the first shiny I hunted for in the Indigo Disc. I'm not really sure why I technically have it, but I just thought, you know, it'd be cool to get as a wild Sizzle. Although in fairness, it definitely looks better red. It's weird, you do get some like shinies where the colour, you know, the colour format, whatever, is just so much better on the original. Like, there's some Pokemon I wish, when if I ever like dealt with them, I always want them to be shiny, and there's some other way around. I think Skarmory, I'm happy with Skarmory as it is. And I think, you know, Sizzle is definitely one that looks better original. But then you look at Krokorok and you're like, damn. Krokorok's cool, but Krokorok's shiny just is unreal. It's always the example I use, but it is just unreal. We've got more Dragon Quest-ish music. There's always Vanilleville Town. It's that bit there, though. Oh, I can't wait for Dragon Quest 3. It's what? It's less than... It's like a month and a half away at this point. And so now that Assassin's Creed's been pushed back, it means I don't have to think about missing out on Assassin's Creed. Which is sort of a good thing. It's just, it may have been pushed into a worse time. But, yeah, I'm going to be playing that game like crazy. Now, obviously, it's not Dragon Quest 11 in, you know, its 3D elements, but it's still a fantastic game in HD 2D, which is I'm very excited for because I love the franchise so much, and I got so much out of 9. And yes, again, that was more 3D-ish, but I still think the best thing about these games are like, to be fair, it does look way better in 3D. Like I'll admit, like 11 just looks so good in 3D. And like it just kind of brings a lot more life to it. But in fairness, 3 will have voice acting still, so at least that's there. And I still think it'll be a fantastic game, and I'm very, very, very excited to play it. It's been years since we had the Dragon Quest content, and of course we get 1 and 2 next year, so I'm very, very excited for that. And hopefully 12 isn't too far away off the horizon. But yeah, 11 just... I don't think 11... I think 11 is just the best game of all time. Like, people, of course, say different things, but I think you have to play that game and not tell me it's the best, because it is just unreal. It's so good. Like, every aspect of it is fantastic. The only complaints I ever see is that people go, oh, the first like 5 hours are a bit slow. But everyone I've ever seen who've played it for the first time have got straight into it, and then it's more like looking back on it. When I've got people into it, or I've seen, known people who played it, I look back on it and go, oh yeah, this is a bit boring. And not because it's necessarily boring. I think it's just because not as much is going on yet. Like in films or TV series where it kind of starts off as like, an episode by episode sort of thing. The villain or the issues, like a problem each episode, like sort of like a general sitcom sort of thing. But then slowly it starts to connect and you're like, wait, hold on a second, that like this stuff's connected, like this stuff's all intertwined, what's going on, there's something hidden secret here. And then the more you play or the more you watch, the more you go, holy, like, oh my god, this is all linked, oh, it all makes sense, And that aspect is exactly what Dragon Quest is like. Obviously, so many things do that, a lot of films kind of just being, the bait and switch, whatever, but Dragon Quest does it so well. Although stuff is happening, it just links everything and works everything out so well. It's just the whole, the more you get into playing it, you're like, oh, this is great. It's so good. And there's no sort of mission or like way of playing it where you start going, oh, I can't bother to do this, because it's generally just so exciting. It's so unbelievably good, and I wish everyone in the world had played it and we'd get Dragon Quest 12 sooner. Because I remember walking back from a uni lecture and seeing that they put an announcement out saying the story's now done, we're looking for people to hire to develop our code, going, like, only the story's done, we haven't got any coding yet. That was, yeah, that was only like 2 years ago, maybe. I mean, it's going to be a few years, but we know they're working on it. So the Flames of Fate, we'll get there eventually. And I can't even, what is Dragon Quest? Echoes. It's Echoes something. Sentinel of the Starry Skies. Oh no, sorry, Lexaft. Yeah, 9 is Sentinels of the Starry Skies, I'm sure it is. What the hell is 11? I'm sure it's ECHO something. Hold on. What on earth is its tagline? Or its like little sub-motto? Echoes of an Elusive Age, of course. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, technically, as well, 11's technically like the one before everything, which is kind of a cool concept. The most modern game is literally the oldest in the timeline. So I'm sure we'll see some references. I mean, I'm sure, to be fair, I haven't played the 1, 2, or 3, so there probably is references in 11 that I've not known because they were from those games, and they'll just do the same thing back. Or they'll do some extra little ones to maybe side characters who technically didn't exist, at the time of the game being originally made. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see that and experience that for the first time. I'm very, very excited for it. And do I stream it when it comes out? I don't really know. And let's ask Echo. What day of the week is November 14th?
The 14th of November 2024 is on a Thursday.
I mean, I could probably do it on a Thursday. Considering it wouldn't be delaying any other stream, but I don't know. Thing is, no one's going to tune in to watch. No one really cares. Especially in comparison to, what's it called, doing Dynamax Adventures. If I skip Dynamax Adventures to play Dragon Quest 3, I can't imagine very many people are going to care too much or go, oh, I want to play Dynamax Adventures. So yeah, it's difficult, but that is all I will be playing. I think I'll just stream it anyway. And, I've got nothing better to do. I'm going to put my full attention to it, so it's just a shame that Thursdays are the day I'm really busy. So it's not even like if it came out on the Wednesday, that'd be so much better. Or literally any other day of the week. Thursday's the one day I'm like super busy, so I can't even like skip my lectures because they're like, it's like 5 hours. So I'm unfortunately gonna have to just, wait. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just excited. definitely the most anticipated game. I cannot wait. There's a lot coming out there next year, to be fair. I mean, I've already talked about this a lot, but there is so much coming. As I said, I've started doing GTA 5 achievements to, you know, so I can eventually go, you know, I did GTA 5, I'll do GTA 6, you know. And not immediately. It will take a hell of a lot of time, I am aware of that, but I do think it's worth it. And there's a lot of, you know, I said a lot of exciting stuff coming out. But I tell you what, though, GTA is not something to be done lightly. Like, I've put over 300 hours in that game from just playing with my friends, whatever. And I've got a lot of stuff naturally, like, you know, progression and a few, like, other stuff that I've just done sort of accidentally or just through general interest. But if you go from, like, it'd be horrible to do from, like, 0 hours played. Because there'd be so much ahead of you. Like, luckily I've just played it a lot anyway, that I can just kind of do a lot of stuff after. A lot of general stuff, you know, instead of, you know, because there's a few things where you have to go, oh, to do this, you need to have a load of money or, like, complete a load of stuff. It's just, oh, that'd be really annoying to kind of get through. So, I'm sort of glad on that stage, but there is stunt jumps, which most people who play GTA will have come across at some point. There's a few where you can do it off a bridge, and so many people have just driven off there that you will have experienced them. And when you do it, it usually says failed or completed, and I think it's like somehow glitched, but every single one I'm doing, and it will say failed, and I'll do it again, until it says completed. As soon as it says completed, I'm gone. But there is one of them I've finished, and it says 49 out of 50. So there's one of them I haven't done, which is really frustrating, because that means I have to go back and do them all. And there's already multiple other things where you have to go around and collect stuff, so it's a bit of a pain. I mean, I've done the hard part in actually completing the jumps. I've just unfortunately got to check through all of them again, because they don't have a checker or a tracker or anything, which is just really annoying. So I can't even check which one I'm missing that way. I just have to redo them until I do it and it goes, yep, that was the right one. Unfortunately, it's just how it's going to go, which really sucks. It's really difficult to do a collection thing and then have to go back and redo like most of it, just trying to find something you've missed. Which is why, if you ever do achievement hunting and you're some sort of collectible, either jot down specifically what you've done. I mean, to be fair, if you can collect it and see what you're missing, it's a lot easier. But stuff like the stunt jumps, I don't know if I should just... I mean, I recognise all of them, though. Not a single one I've gone, oh yeah, I don't recognise it. So I've obviously done it, and it just hasn't counted, and I thought it had, so... Unless it glitched, I don't know. It's probably going to end up one I'm like, I remember doing it, I 100% got it, and then it just didn't work. It's probably end up being, but it's what it is. It's how these things go. I'll get back to it at some point. It's still a fun game to 100%, and you know, experience it a little bit more. But there's some like literally the hardest ones to exist. I still have to do, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing that. So I took a bit of a break from that. Played some FC25, which I don't know why I pre-ordered. Really, I think I was enjoying it. I said I enjoy it a lot more at the end of the year than I do the start. I think the end of the year is the best part. Start's still good. It's, you know, it's the middle where it gets bad, I suppose. But I pre-ordered it. I've barely been playing it. Don't really know why I bothered. I think now that I have achievement hunting, I have a lot less to, you know, reason to pre-order stuff. So in the future, I certainly won't be doing it. I also had money from my job. I think that probably helped as well. I was like, yeah, I can afford it. This Scarlet does not want to be shiny, does it? This is another one that we're going to be doing forever, apparently. I want to hunt the other one, man. I want to hunt the other Pokemon. Have hopes and dreams to hunt other Pokemon than just Skarmory over and over again. Oh, God. Come on, Skarmory, where are you, my friend? Why wouldn't it shine, man? Just checking these ones in the shade. I mean, I may have already seen it, I suppose, but I feel like generally it's pretty clear. And I've looked at pretty much every Skarmory, like, with proper, like, you know, intensity, as it were. I've looked closely at everything, so I feel like I wouldn't have missed it. Come on, man. Where are you? I want to move on. We're not even going to get attempts at the second hunt, are we? We're just going to not get Skarmory again. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Something is broken. How long we got? 15 minutes. God damn it. Come on, Skarmory. At least give me a chance to be able to hunt the other one as well. Well, at this rate, I don't think, you know, I'd be getting it anyway, even if I got through the Skarmory. Oh, for God's sake. It's absolutely freezing me. I don't understand why it's so cold. Oh, come on, man. Where are you? What should be barely noticeable, and that's the reason I haven't spotted it. Doodaloo. Just checking over there, behind me. No, they're definitely all chrome. Everything's chrome. Be green! Crying out loud. Oh, kill me. Oh god, why do I keep yawning, man? It's the most amount of yawns in one stream ever. Yes, none of these are shiny. I don't know why I'm double checking. They're all very clearly silver. See what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Cerebi and look at it in Gen 9 rather than the Gen 8 one that we have. Because that's the Gen 8, what's it called? GIF. Okay, Scarberry. I mean, it's not as dark as the other one. In fact, it's a lot lighter. But it's still way more noticeable. Like, in comparison to the GIF, it's, like, hard to see. But in comparison to normal Skarmory, it's still relatively obvious. Oh, dear, man. Because it's like metal, and the metal textures in this game are so different. Well, the metallic textures, I suppose I should say. It's just turning into another one of those hunts where it doesn't like being shiny for me. God, I've seen so many Skarmory now. Just today I've seen a ton. All the other times I've hunted for this as well, I've seen plenty. More than enough Skarmory. Why can't I get a shiny one? I don't really understand. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Oh, come on, Skarmory. Give me a shot. I'm just going to doubt myself at everyone now. Oh, you're so obviously silver. Oh. These guys have gifts that I do here. Yes is the answer. So they could just use these, or I suppose they're not going to bother update them. Okay, come on, man. Come on, Skarmory. I don't understand. Why are they all not shiny? Okay, this might just be harder than I thought. Let me look up someone getting a Skarmory in Scarlet and Violet. Okay, in fairness, someone's saying an easy way to do it. Is there a method? It doesn't look too obvious in the wild, to be honest. But then it looks like the sun's setting, so that also isn't going to help. And let's see what this video is about. Easy, shiny Skarmory guard.
In this video, I'm going to show you the best place to find a shiny Skarmory easily. First, you want to head over to the canyon.
It's literally just going to be do it in this area.
Massive plateau at the top of a mountain. This place has Skarmory among other Pokemon spawn here, and this is where we will be hunting for Skarmory. Now, the sandwich I'm using is 1 hamburger, 1 salty Herba Mystica, and 1 sweet Herba Mystica, and that will give us encounter-free, sparking-free, and title-free power for steel types. Now, all you want to do once you've made your sandwich is to run around this island. I ran around in a circle. Now, be careful because the shiny is a dulled-out bronze colour. So if you check too quickly, you might miss it.
Oh, it's so obvious. Oh, it's so obvious. It's a dark bronze colour, so like even though it's like not the super like different, it's so obvious when you look at it. There's no like there's no double take like at all in comparison, like when you're trying to spot the difference. Like this, you can just tell. I can tell it's not by now knowing what it looks like better. I don't need to worry about if it's a bit silvery or I'm unsure because it's way obvious what it is. Even if it doesn't change super obviously immediately anyway. It is so much more obvious. And yet I still can't find it. I'm actually losing my mind. This thing is such a nightmare. We have 8 minutes left. How have we not got through Skarmory again? What? We should get some sort of... I don't know. I'm losing the plot now. Oh, I'm getting tired. Tell you what, if we don't get this, I think I might just call it, because I'm so tired and I have so much to do the next few days. I mean, tomorrow I've got to pack like crazy. I'm actually going back to university at like 9 AM in the morning on Friday, so... Why aren't you shiny, metal bird? Where's the green / bronze metal bird? Why do I have a Haxorus there? Surely, like... Oh! That's it! That's it! Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, thank God! Jesus Christ, I hate you. I hate you, Skarmory. Why have you done this to me? Oh my God, yes! Thank the gods. Jesus Christ. I told you it'd be obvious once we got there, but this is ridiculous. How is it... We put it straight to sleep as well, because one full swipe does very little, and 2 it has Brave Bird. So, we're just going to put it to sleep. It doesn't... It really looks so much like less obvious in this game. Obvious enough you can still spot it, but my God, was that ridiculous. I mean, let's try catch it quickly, maybe get a few minutes of it down in where the area we're going for. So, okay, there we go. First ball, there's our shiny Skarmory. Bloody hell, that took way too long. I mean, we're going to have, like, what, a couple minutes to do this last one. We're going to 6:49. Do I do another half an hour for this one, which we're probably not likely going to get? Well, we're going to go there now anyway and give it a go. Right, let's just change the feed before I forget. I told myself I'd do this every time, so I need to do it every time. Out of 1032, do that. Click yellow, 100, red, create, save. Alright, there's that done. And now I need to go into here and do Skarmory. Skarmory and Skarmory. There we go. Alright. Let's give ourselves an attempt at doing this. Oh yeah, we changed these as well because that is the method. And then previous now becomes our godforsaken friend Skarmory over here, who we now hate with a burning passion. And we see if we can get a few minutes. I'm not even sure this is actually properly huntable down here. I mean, there's gonna be so many others as well of this typing that I'm not even sure this is actually a good idea, but we're trying it anyway. If you haven't guessed already, we are going into Area 0. I thought it'd be quicker just flying and dropping in. Just don't actually know where this spawns. But let's find out. The Great Crater of Paldea. Still one of the coolest areas of Pokemon. Didn't realise I actually took through a loading zone here. I think it's only not a loading zone at the other place. And this is what we're looking for. And it does look like a few of them spawned. We are looking for a shiny Corviknight. That is the one I would like to get. I have the other two, all in the correct form. Corviknight would be awesome. Do I even have it as a GIF? I definitely don't. Oh, I do. Awesome. It's also just a really cool shiny. I mean, look at that. Literally Robo Raven. Like, it's way too cool to be a Pokemon. I think the OG Armaru Cerulean shouts. And my god, do a lot of them spawn. So we have maybe a good chance of getting this, actually. And so many in the same area as well. That's fantastic. I guess you can make them spawn. I mean, we'll just do this and then just turn around. And let them all spawn back here again. There were so many here. I mean, we don't have long left. We have 2.5 minutes, but... How many spawned on that first go? Bloody ton. So if we just fly out here, I think. And then fly back in. Nothing, if we're not low enough to let anything else spawn below. We should just spawn in absolutely tons here. Oh, I didn't realise this was actually properly huntable. I really thought this was going to be a difficult one. Also, we're going to really turn around at the edge because we don't want to respawn something in and then that ends up being the shiny and just go away. So once the last few are left, we'll turn back around. Yeah, if Skarmory could give me a little bit longer, this was definitely doable. Unfortunately, however, Skarmory sort of shafted us a little bit. Oh, there goes Corviknight. Oh, so many spawn, and they don't even go for you. Oh, maybe they do slightly. Okay, yeah, they do, but shush. Oh, this could have actually been one I could have done. God damn it. Well, we know for next time, I suppose. I mean, I should just do another sandwich. My issue is that, one, we've now run out of things, so we have to do a proper sandwich. Salty Herb Mystica. 2, I am so tired. And I have to get up early tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, this will be ending in a second anyway. There we go, 40 seconds. Unless we miraculously get it now, I wouldn't mind that. Best thing about Corviknight is it's very obvious. But yeah, I had no idea it spawned on its own up here, because I'm thinking down below. I suppose a lot of Area 0 Pokemon in Violet are steel because of, you know, the future stuff. Not all of them are, but a few of them are steel. So there's them, but I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that's actually steel type that would spawn in. I suppose you've got like Magneton a lot, but I don't know if they definitely spawn down here because obviously Sandy Shocks does. I think it'd be a bit weird for them to spawn down here as well. I mean, that is the end of the sandwich, unfortunately. Oh man, we could have. I'm so unbelievably tempted. I don't know if I can be bothered. I'm just so tired. Nah, I'll do another one. It is, you know, it is early enough. I mean, we'll have a look at our Skarmory because it does have a mark, which is nice. What does it have? Skarmory the Cloud Watcher. All right, what we're gonna do? Oh, it's raining. I was gonna get a drink to try and wake me up a bit, but no, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. I'm feeling confident. We'll save again, and then we'll do our final sandwich, and we're getting Corviknight. 650. It's happening today. We just did this. Nope. I want to do picnic, please. There we go. What do you mean? Probably best not to host a picnic here. Why not? I'll do further down then. Here, is this okay? Oh, can you not do picnics in Area 0? Oh, actually, that genuinely might be what it is. Okay, let's just fly out. Can you just fly out? Assume you can. Okay, I always do it at the entrance and then come in, don't I? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got our Skarmory. We're up to 6. Oh, wait, what? Why didn't it change? I only just noticed that. It didn't change. I saved over the image. Oh, apparently I didn't. There we go. Save now. Okay, let's make this sandwich. So we'll just save here. And then we'll finish the stream once we've done this sandwich. Very much like to have got it there and stopped there, because as I said, I'm so tired. And I have so much to do tomorrow. I'm hopefully getting my hair cut tomorrow. I need to pack. I need to undo this whole setup. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Okay. Oh, we can't do rice anymore, of course. So, let's have a little look. Old sandwich, please. So for steel, hamburgers, I can deal with that because it's only 3 of those things. So we go, of course, cucumber, pickle, and then 3 hamburgers, and then we do 1 sweet and 1 bitter. So we can't do sweet and sour. I need to remember to get Herb Mystica for next week. So we'll do hamburgers first because we've got space. We'll just put this on top of this. We don't need to risk the extra space at the side. We can put a cucumber on it. I mean, that's not how. How are you meant to eat that? Like, come on. I mean, you just look at that and go, you've got to be joking me. So I can't believe we've got Shiny Dialga Origin form just sitting there. Very cool. Alright, steel sandwich done. That froze for a second, that was scary. Corviknight Shiny. Here we come. Whee! I don't know what we'll get after this if we do, because obviously I'll hunt for something to continue. I can't remember what there is. There is something. I suppose we can get another Magneton from Magnezone. I don't think I've actually done that, technically. But let's get Corviknight first. Watch me get it, like, within, like, a few resets. There's so many that spawn here. It's definitely doable in that time frame. I think this is a massively underrated Pokemon. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's overrated, like, it's not that cool, but I think a lot of people actually sleep on it. It's actually way too, like, awesome. And the whole thing with Tinkerton is just so funny. I suppose that's the modern equivalent of Drifloons taking children. In that Tinkertons just kill Corviknight and make their hammer out of him. You know, the babies, they are Tinkertink will just, you know, find something and mould it into a hammer. And Tinkerton's like, nah, just kill Corviknight, mate. Come on, Robo Raven. Yeah, I generally had no idea this was actually huntable though. I thought this was going to be one where I just sort of loosely went around the bottom and they appeared. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to drop down here because I'm sort of interested. Because I feel like they're one of the few Pokemon like Raichu and like Skiploom, all that lot, or the whole Jumpluff even. They just spawn sort of everywhere. And I suppose if there are other steel, if we're not too low, they should literally just be all around. Which may actually be better, because if I just like kind of go over here, where my respawn area doesn't have to be flying out over something, it can also just be, what's it called? An area for more of them to spawn. So literally everywhere I go, it's just spawning Corviknight, which I think is actually better. So yeah, there might be a slightly flatter area or slightly better viewpoint, I guess, but I think this works fine. And then all we have to do is just turn around, run back, make sure we check all the ones that spawn behind us. And then just rinse and repeat until we get something. Maybe the easiest hunt of all time. I think them all flying off into the air as well makes it easier because I think there's definitely... Obviously there's spawn limits of how many Pokemon we can have on the screen at once. But I think also there's probably like some sort of limit that if a Pokemon's on the ground... And I know quite a few sometimes like they spawn within one another. But there's definitely got to be some sort of rule where what if one's spawned in, you have to spawn within a certain, you know, distance or far enough away, right? Whereas if they're in the air, I don't think that really matters because they're technically either far enough away or it doesn't register height. I'm thinking it only registers on the X, so I think that's why so many spawn in so quickly. Whereas, you know, with Skarmory, we're having to run around. I think a lot of the time that they spawn in themselves is because they both choose to spawn there very quickly, and then it just, you know, can't deal with both. But in this scenario, because they all just spawn on the grass, then fly up immediately into the air, and there's technically space for another one to spawn, and then another one, and we end up getting so many. And their Loki seem less down here. I don't know if that's just me. Maybe it's where I'm running. But up there was so many, especially that first time. First time was ridiculous. Yeah, see, definitely less spawn here though. At least in that area. What about back over here? Just feel like you need to look around a lot. I do prefer this area in terms of being able to run, but there just don't seem to be as many spawning, so I will go back. I don't fly into one of them. I mean, this should be a relatively obvious shiny. So it was Corvisquire. I mean, Corvisquire, I don't think I actually hunted for it. I think it was just another one of those that I sort of just stumbled across. And it said its grey is very, like, outstanding. You know, Corvisquire's not even its whole body, whereas Corviknight's is, so I feel like generally it's pretty obvious. This is another real Dragon Quest music one. Oh, let's not fly out the thing. That's just here. Cool. What song is this? In Flora Forest, Mystery Dungeons Gates to Infinity. Yeah, the Mystery Dungeon games actually have a lot of very Dragon Quest sounding games. I suppose they're more RPG though, aren't they? So I suppose that's that same sort of vibe. Yeah, there's definitely more spawn here. I don't really get that, but and look how many in comparison. go up, please. There we go. So I just need to make sure they don't run into me. And that we spot the shiny. Surely I would have done a steal at some point though for something down here. I suppose it would have been in the depths. So I wouldn't have come out and then seen all the cool everywhere. Yeah, so I'm trying to go away, but also not go too far to despawn them. But just because I'm loitering, so then just more spawn in the available area because there's just technically endless. I think it's only the Pokemon like cap is actually what's withholding more from spawning. I do think that's it. Okay. Please don't put me in an endless cycle of fighting Corviknights. No. Okay, we're out. No, okay, let's fly away. If you want to turn around very quickly, by the way, if you just like double tap B and then just if you press B to like stop your flying and then press it again in the new direction, it instantly turns you around, which is very helpful. So let's say I'm flying out here, press B to drop and then B again. Oh, I did it badly. So B to drop and then B again, it just turns you around like that. It's very fast. Can be the difference between missing a shiny or not. Once or twice I haven't been quick enough and it's not saved me. I haven't noticed quick enough. Other times it's done the job, so... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we're okay. Oh, bugger. Please leave me alone, Corviknight. Don't you run at me, don't you run at me, don't you run at me. No, no, no. Oh, for God's sake, just as I'd finish. That one literally spawned on me. Can't I just have a cooldown or some... Just if I spawn in one, let me get away. Because I'm just stuck in this Corviknight endless thing. Look, another one just runs into me. Oh, I actually got away as well. Okay, this one I've got to be far enough away. Please, just let me out. I'm actually trapped. Oh my god, I'm trapped. I'm trapped in this endless Corviknight nightmare. Okay, I haven't got one near me. I think I might be okay. It's just the unnerve every time. Doesn't give me enough time to escape. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's get off of here before I get killed. See ya. Look. B and double B turn back the other way very quickly. And again. Very helpful. Alright. Yeah, we've got 20 minutes still. We've got a good time. I'll be gutted if I've done an extra sandwich just to get the 650 and we don't get it. Because I'm not doing another one. Not a chance. It kind of looks like a Swellow from here. A Talo. Like the colours, I suppose. Not really the shape or size, but... Just gotta make sure I spot the shiny. Oh, Cerebi. Lake Pokemon Go event rolling out in Asia. They're the ones I don't care about so much. Okay, well, it's rolling out in England. And if it's a distribution or something important news. Oh yes, there we go. Yes, I knew it would come quickly. I so nearly just started flying away. Okay, our game is saved. And it's the one that's flown into us. There it is. Shiny Corviknight. Our 650th shiny. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this shiny so much. I have no idea what it has, though, so let me look this up quickly. It probably has something that can hurt itself. It gives me those sort of vibes, and I wouldn't mind running out, because I'm happy to stop hunting. But I will be an honourable man and check anyway. So level 53... Oh, it does have Brave Bird. Okay, so we'll put it to sleep. Basically the same situation as Skarmory. Maybe we'll get it first time as well. I want to look at it from a better angle, but I can't really. I can sort of go up high, I suppose. Okay, let's see. Can we get it first ball like we did the Skarmory? No. Okay, still asleep though, so we've still got a chance getting it before it wakes up. Bugger. I feel like Skarmory was higher level as well. Maybe Corviknight's got harder catch rates. I don't really want to attack it though, because I'd rather it just did damage to itself and I just make sure I'm catching it only when it's asleep. Oh, there we go. Nice. And there we go. That is shiny 650. Finally. It is done. Ah, that's why it didn't work before. The download broke. But there we are. 650 shinies. And I think that is a very cool one to have. I never really clocked it has a proper beard, but there we are. Shiny Corviknight. Nice. Question is now what we actually continue with, because I don't actually know. Or if I just sack it off. I mean, I could just continue that steel hunt for next time, in fairness, but I'll continue, as I said I would. Although I just don't know what I can get that's steel. Where is Corviknight there? I don't know why it's so much bigger than the rest. Says it covers a lot more pixels. What do we go for is the question. If we look at one of the best things I love about Cerebi, click on the left for Scarlet and Violet Pokedex, and then click on your type, and it will show you all types in the game. So, Sandshrew is Violet only. We've got Diglett and Dugtrio, that's possible. Galarian Meowth can't be found in the wild, can it? I was pretty sure it's only a trade. Yeah, they're gifts. We could get Magnezone. I've already got Forretress, Skarmory, Sizzle, Beldum line. Obviously no legendaries. Empoleon's not available in the wild. Shieldon's also Violet exclusive. Bronzor's available. I don't think Magnezone's properly available in the wild, is it? Oh, it is technically available in East Province Area 2. Where's East Province Area 2? It says it's available there. It doesn't appear on the map, so maybe it's not. We'll ignore it for the minute anyway. Excadrill we've done. Klefki we've done. They're all legendaries. Okay, so we could go for Duraludon to get our Chalyodon, who will be Dragon Steel. Bronzor, who's Steel Psychic, or Diglett and Dugtrio. I think we'll go Diglett, Dugtrio, only because I know where they are. I think is my main reasoning for that. They are about here. So we'll go look for them, as I don't have either of those. And they're also relatively obvious. Well, in fairness, I don't actually know if Diglett is, like, obvious or appears, actually. I know Dugtrio doesn't here. I don't know if Diglett does. Also, oh yeah, that's another problem. I didn't actually consider other things that can spawn. Okay, there's Diglett at least. Oh, they are really obvious. Actually, I think we're okay. I think I wouldn't be doing ground in here anyway. There's definitely more ground types in here. I don't want to check that Dugtrio does spawn here. I could have sworn you can find Dugtrio. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. So we can... Oh no, it just moves. Okay, it doesn't actually despawn. Cool. We just need to be on the ball every time we enter a room because they'll dig around and that's really annoying. but they're, again, really obvious. So the normal one, as you can see, is on the screen, which I'm going to just put up on mine for a second. And then the Doug Trio is basically the same thing. The hair stays the same. But if we just put on my one as well, just so I can see it a bit more clearly on my screen. Hold on. If we just do that, and then that, and then that, and then that. There we go. Alright. And we'll spend the last 16.5 minutes looking for these guys. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't done this one. I think I just got bad memories of this place, to be fair. We found 4 shiny mudkips in here. Of course, one of those which we failed, so... in this little room just here. So yeah, that will forever be remembered in my heart, but... that poor mudkip. We've got 2 back-to-back so quickly. But nevertheless, we're here now. Another Pokemon isolated. So that's nice at least. I do wish Philly Beach would continue with that. I think he did it for Teal Mask. I don't think he did it for Indigo Disc. It's definitely harder. There's a lot of Pokemon. There's a lot of areas. But he did the other ones fast, so I thought maybe it'd be the same here, but I guess not. Speaking from experience, I know a lot of the ones you can isolate now. But it's sort of dependent on a lot of things. Obviously, outbreaks are really helpful. Certain Pokemon only you can isolate if an outbreak spawns there. Which you can sort of force, I suppose, but... some you need an outbreak to force just to limit anything else spawning in just those guys in that area. Unfortunately, so... but these guys now, we can get these. A Lowland Diglett and a Lowland Doug Trio. I mean, in fairness, I'm not actually sure I've got the other 2. I think I might have one of them. I can remember where you get them, which of course is where you get like the Bramble Bramblegoss, so outside the Tag Tree Thicket. And I have a feeling I might have got one of them there, but I don't know for sure. But as I said, the good thing about these guys is that they're not like their Cantonian cousins or whatever relatives, where you have to just spot the nose. I can spot them all from here. No one's that like really weird orange shade, so it's not just the bloody nose you have to notice. Which ones do I have though? Oh, yeah, that's the point. I need to add Corviknight into the decks before I forget. So let's have a quick look on here. So Doug Trio I have, but Diglett I don't. Okay, cool. Corviknight is now in on all of these correct stages. And that is another line, full line completed in a Luxury Ball in the correct stage. And of course not in the original region. There's only a few of those I've done the entire line like that. Technically it's not too hard with, you know, the Gen 9 lot. But as I said, that's not really my main criteria. Catching them all in their own form is cool enough as it is, I think. Because, you know, most people who I think are going for every single shiny out there, it tends to end up being just as efficient as possible, right? And although I'm not saying I do, you know, I take slower routes just for specific things, because I don't a lot of the time. You know, like I could hunt a lot more of the Pokemon I've got in Shield in their guaranteed full stage. But I'd rather take a risk here because I'm not, you know, it's not like a requirement. And also just, there's still good chances of it. But I do like to think that the way I do my Pokedex is completely unique. Or at least no one does it the same sort of priority I do. I'm sure there are people out there who care about catching a Pokemon in their form rather. But a lot of them will be, you know, that's the only choice. Or, you know, they won't have Luxury Balls involved, the region, whatever. I think as a whole, like, I genuinely believe that across all my Pokedexes, and I think this is fair enough, is that everything I technically want to hunt for is unique as a whole. So the idea of hunting for Pokemon only from their original region, many do it from their original game, but that would require for me to get a lot of the old games and transfer, which I'm not doing. I'm not going to just play through Pokemon Red to get all the old Pokemon. It'd be a nightmare. So the region is good enough for me. So there, you know, there'll be a handful of people who do that, and then that on top of the living shiny decks. Some people might just do the normal one every time, but not shiny hunt. Me doing that on top. And then with my specific rules, even by that point, I'm sort of questioning if there's anyone else in the world. Considering this isn't a worldwide thing, this is, you know, the Pokemon community is already a lot smaller than the world population. And then getting it down to people who shiny hunt and do the master decks or whatever, my equivalent. There's got to be very, very few, if any. And then with my restrictions, or like trying to get in the correct form and then a luxury, like the correct form I could potentially see with those other two dexes. But I doubt there's anyone in the world who runs the first master dex and a shiny dex, where the shiny dex needs the correct form, or it tries to be the correct form, and then a luxury ball, because there's so many other like Pokeballs. And although a luxury ball is popular one, a lot of people try to match, a lot of people don't care. A lot of people choose other balls, so you know, there's that as well. And then with the region potentially rolling in, affecting it, and I suppose some people would consider marks as well, but that's ribbons. That's hard to track though. And then that on top of, you know, the trade decks, the Wonder Trade decks, the Pokemon Go decks, with all the rules I implement, there's just no way. Especially the rules I implement for the Trade and Wonder Trade. The trade one, I'm very specific with certain things because I don't want to make it too easy for myself. That's the idea anyway. Is that shiny? Yes, there we go. Nice. I wasn't sure for a second because I didn't see any others around it. Okay, we'll just wait for this to pop back up. Oh, and it's marked as well. Very, very nice. Okay, let's just double check it hasn't got any moves because we did catch it off guard, so we could technically get it right here. A Alolan Diglett at level 66 as Fisher. Oh, damn. Earthquake, Earth Power, and Dig. Okay, we'll Hypnosis because Full Swipe isn't very good anyway. And I think with catching it by surprise, we should be good. Improves our chances right there. And there we go. Shiny Alolan Diglett. Very nice. At least we've turned this video or this stream around a little bit. Actually getting some shinies now, which is nice. Let's just put them in. So Alolan Diglett. There you are, all tiny. And now we change this to 749. There we are. Which means we also need to do it in the decks. So we go into the main one and do Diglett. Then this one. And this one. And then we can close that. Make this a 1. There we go. And then finally, up this up to 3 because I forgot to do it for Corviknight. There we go. And how long do we actually have left? We have still a solid 9.5 minutes. Perfect. We'll save here as well. And there we are. Shiny Alolan Diglett. Now let's try and get the Dugtree if we can. Unfortunately, there's no distinction. There's a hell of a lot more Diglett, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, I just think with my everything as a whole. No, I don't think I know. Like, there's no way with how many different ones I run. And then if you really want to throw in the decks in terms of Pokemon cards as well, there's 100% no one who does it, which is a really cool thing, like, to think about, that no one does exactly the way I do. I mean, I'd like to think there's someone out there who at least does a normal dex, whether it not be from their original region or not, at least just a normal dex of everything, then a shiny dex, trades, and a Pokemon Go dex. Like, I'd be interested to see if there's anyone who just does those without any additional rules, just, you know, that as a whole, because that I think would be really interesting. Obviously, the base rules of, you know, you can only trade for the trades and only Pogo for Pogo. That's the standard, but because you never know. There's a lot of people in the world. There really is. Alright, let's just keep running around. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to pack everything up. Which is just going to be a nightmare. Because I've got so much stuff. And undoing all of this is such a pain to pack. Because, of course, taking the PC... Like, that's okay, because you can just wrap it up. It's the screens, the difficult parts. I have one box for the screens. And I have 3. I can only fit one screen in there. The rest of them are just going to have to... I don't know. Somehow work. So, I mean, it should be fair. It should be better because bringing up, there's very little extra. Or if there's anything, there's nothing difficult that's extra to bring up. Everything I'm bringing up is what I brought down. But some things I've left here. Quite a few stuff because I brought a lot of my sister's stuff home. And then just a few extra, like, little bits maybe I got for my birthday I'm taking up. So... I mean, we had to bring a chair down last time, and that is not happening going back up. So, hopefully it should be alright. It is an annoying journey. And my dad has to drive me because of the computer. Don't really know what I'm going to do for Christmas, because I can't not have this for Christmas. But if he doesn't want to do that drive, I'm going to have to just hire something, because I will not leave this for Christmas. So yeah, we'll work it out when that, when it comes to that. But for now... we're just going to be, dealing with this shiny Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio hunting. I think I probably should wait a little bit actually to let some of them spawn, because we are only seeing like 1 or 2 at a time now. Although in fairness, these rooms, they really aren't great. Like, you can stand around in them, and pretty much every room bar this open one, they just don't spawn anymore. This one tends to spawn a few more. There's an extra Diglett there and there are a few at the top, but that's just because it's so open in comparison to the rest. Now this one, literally nothing spawning there, and waiting there is kind of pointless because they just still won't. It's sort of just on approach and that's it. Like, there's sort of no point waiting around. Especially them constantly going underground as well, it just gets annoying to, to track. They'll spawn in a burst and then that'll be it. Okay. In my head for a second I was about to say, wow, this half an hour went crazy fast because we did Corviknight and then we did this. But they were literally part of the same one. Not only did we not finish the Corviknight half an hour, we didn't start a new one just for this. So of course it feels quick. Corviknight was only 15 minutes ago. 10, 15 even. Yeah, this is way better than Diglett. Diglett and Dugtrio themselves are so annoying. These guys are so much easier. Thank God. I suppose they don't move as much in here, but with going underground as a Pokemon, it's already annoying. So, just the fact it's hard to spot them and they go underground. Especially when it's like daylight by the Tag Tree Thicket. Oh, God. Awful hunt. I'm not entirely surprised I got Dugtrio first. Diglett probably spawned first, just I didn't see it. Whereas in this way it makes more sense the other way around. Because I'm not going to miss it if it's shiny. Unless it spawns behind me, I suppose, but that's rare. What is this music? Lily Cove Museum in Oras. Oh. This is giving slight Japanese vibes. Japanese? Idiot. Dragon Quest. Oh dear. I'm finished. Is that shiny? No. Okay, we've got 3.5 minutes left. Can we finish it off with another shiny? Takes up to 4. Failed the Shelder, unfortunately. A bit of a waste of an outbreak, but hopefully we'll just come across one at another time. I did hunt for it a little bit in Let's Go Eevee, actually. But I ended up giving up. That was back when, again, though, we didn't know the proper way of doing it. So it did just feel like... I think Drowsy I spent over 4 hours doing. And I think I did eventually get one. It might have been 6 hours, you know. It was a very... I didn't do it solely. I was playing other stuff at the same time. But I was doing effectively just the thing of running around once I've got a streak of 31. And not free catching any. So I was just like, why aren't they spawning? And that's because it was full odds. So... Be a pain that, you know, you use like 300 balls and then you have to save because you found a shiny, and then you should have 300 Pokemon just sitting in your boxes. You're like, oh god, that's very annoying. At least with Radar, like you know, I'm getting like 40, 45 max, and a lot of the time I'm getting less than that and just quitting. So. I mean, a lot of people do like the 17 trick where you just do 17 and then just reset from there because people feel like that's confident, like good enough odds to just reset at. But I'd rather just, you know, make it a lot better. And obviously when we did it recently with Boltoy, I ended up getting, what, like 11, 12, 13 of them? Which is kind of pointless, really, apart from IVs, I suppose, if I wanted a good one. But I just thought I'd keep going, see how long it goes, and it just kept going and going, so... And I stopped only at 40. I didn't even stop at 39. So everyone was, what, like 1 in 100? Which is way too good to get another 10, 11, 12 times. That's where you want to be able to get it for the evolutions. Just get like 7 of them. I mean, wait, how many there's... The original 3... Glaceon, Leafeon makes 5... Sylveon, Umbreon, Espeon makes 8, and then Eevee's 9. So yeah, 9 total, so it would have been fine. I'm still surprised they haven't added to that, you know. Like, because it's not like they decided not to after a long period of time. Like, Gen 4 was recent enough, but Gen 6 was so late in comparison. It was almost 20 years later, and they added a new one from when the originals came out. And it's only been 10 years since then. I'm surprised they just didn't add a new one. And design it well enough, people will like it. A lot of people love Sylveon now. In fairness, I don't think it actually got much hate when it first came out and they revealed a new evolution, so... That may have been just though because it was the easiest way of giving new typing love, was to put it on an Eevee. But, I don't know. I suppose that a lot of time can get hate, changing an original, or adding towards an original character in a game. Can sort of ruin a lot of them. How long we got? Okay, 30 seconds. Are we going to finish off with another shiny? Doesn't look like it. That was a hell of a lot of Diglett just there. Okay, no time to watch them spawn in. Just going to run around in circles. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get another one, but that's okay. We've had 2 shinies from this sandwich. That's already a win in my book. We'll just keep sprinting now until the sandwich goes. And there it is. It's gone. As I said, I'm completely cool with that. I think this one did have a mark as well, actually. So we can have a quick look at that quickly. Just double check. So, of course, Skarmory today with the cloudy mark. Oh, Corviknight got a mark. Maybe it wasn't Diglett, then it was Corviknight. Oh, uncommon. Very nice. And Diglett. Oh, Diglett got one as well. So we all had one. And it also got the uncommon mark. Very nice. There it is. There are our shinies for today. Skarmory. Finally. Which, mind you, there it looks awful. It doesn't look bronze at all. It looks so bad there. How is that shiny, man? Corviknight, though, still looks sick. Love this Pokemon. Love the shiny. And, of course, is our really burnt Diglett from Alola. But, yeah, we will be ending it there. Thank God, I'm absolutely knackered. Just as we hit the 2-hour mark as well. I will be live on Saturday from my uni house. So, back to the regular schedule, which is nice. But for now, thank you for watching. And I will see you all soon. Goodbye.